If you're interested in seeing how I got this bling mirror nightstand, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and make sure you stay in tune for the video. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. Right here, I am wiping down the nightstand, just making sure it's nice and clean before I start spray painting. Okay, this is the spray paint I decided to use. You can use any metallic spray paint that you like. In this clipping here, I have already put down about 3 or 4 coats. And I just pretty much did the edges where you could potentially see that part after I finished putting on the mirrors and the crushed glass. This is another 360 of me after I have completed spray painting the whole thing. Okay, so I purchased all of my mirrors from Lowe's. They actually cut them for free as long as you purchase them from them. Some of the edges are kind of jagged or kind of sharp, so I'm taking the sanding block that I showed you, and I'm just going along the edges just to help smooth it out, just to help polish it up. That block may have cost about $4 or $5. Also, all the links will be below with a good description of everything that I use, so be sure to check the description box for everything. Okay, so here I'm just showing you the clamps I use, the caulk that I use, the mirror caulk, as well as the caulking gun. I got all 3 of those items from my local Walmart. So here you're just seeing me do a zigzag motion on top of the nightstand before I apply the mirror. Y'all, using this caulk gun was like so hard. The stuff just was not coming out. The caulk did not want to come out. I was having the absolute hardest time. Felt like it was taking me forever. Just know that this part is sped up. It took me forever to get that caulk out, okay? And then I'm just adding a little extra caulk around the perimeters, and I'll probably put some inside the triangles too. I just want to make sure that my mirror sticks. I want to make sure that it's not going anywhere. I'm trying to make sure that it stays in place. I watched a couple videos before I did mine, and I seen where some people was kind of like smearing it. So you will see that it looks smeared before I actually put the mirror on. You don't have to smear it. As long as you go in and do a good perimeter and a good zigzag, you should be good to go. So you don't have to smear it. So don't pay any mind to that part. So right after you have finished applying your caulk, you can go ahead and put your mirror on. As you can see, I had smeared mine like I seen some of the girls do in the video, but you don't have to do that. After you put your mirror on, then you want to go ahead and make sure you go ahead and add your clamps to clamp that mirror down in place. On the back, it says that you want to make sure that you apply pressure to it within 10 minutes of applying it. So go ahead and make sure that you have your clamps ready, or if you're going to use a heavy item to place on top of it, make sure that you already have that handy by the time you're ready to put your mirror on, so you can go ahead and clamp it down. And then here you just see me doing the other mirror that I'm about to apply here. I'm just doing the same thing, applying caulk. I did the exact same thing to the top and the bottom as you see me do to the top of the nightstand. Okay, so after I applied my 3 mirrors, the one on top and then the 2 for the front, I ran out of caulk, so I had to go back to get more caulk. So I actually ran up to the Lowe's across the street and I got a another caulk, and I actually wanted to use something a little bit, I felt that was a little bit stronger because I am applying mirrors vertically, and as I allow them to dry, they're also going to dry vertically. So I wanted to get something that had a pretty good hold. And you guys, I tell you, this caulk was so much harder than the other caulk, and the other caulk was hard as well, okay? It was so hard. This one was so difficult. As you see me, I keep stopping. I'm just like, I'm switching hands. I'm trying to think of something to help get this caulk out faster, but it is not getting out any faster. I cannot. But as you can just see, I'm lining it out again. I'm going to do a zigzag pattern, and I'm also going to do the perimeter again. I'm not going to put any on that inner edge just because of the way it's made at the top and the bottom. Mirror wouldn't be able to fit in there unless I put a smaller piece. So I just wanted to get one rectangle mirror. So that's what you're going to see me apply after I finish getting all this caulk out, okay? Okay, so now I'm about to apply my vertical mirror, which you can see I did not smear it this time around because it wasn't necessary. So I am putting it up and I'm applying pressure. However, I did notice when I released it after holding it for a few minutes that it was kind of sliding. So you're going to see me take that painter's tape and I'm actually going to apply it to the mirror and the back of the nightstand to help hold the nightstand up. And I probably put about 10 to 12 pieces just to help hold it up. And you'll see me as I get up to walk towards the camera. You'll see how I'm actually applying the painter's tape to help it to help the mirror stay adhered to the nightstand. So when I get up, you'll see, as you can kind of see it right there, the edges, I'm just going in putting a few pieces of tape. I literally put the tape from top to bottom. See? So now it's time to get to the fun part. It's time to get to the bling. I got my crushed glass from Michael's. I mixed my clear crushed glass with the white crushed glass. Then I got the Mod Podge from Walmart. And here I'm just applying a layer of the Mod Podge right before I apply the crushed glass. And exactly what you see me doing here, I'm going to do that to the whole front of the nightstand. So wherever you see crushed glass, this is the exact process that I use. Okay, so in the bowl, I have the mixed white crushed glass and I have the mixed clear crushed glass. So I'm just kind of sprinkling it on. I kind of found I started doing different methods as I continue to apply it. Like you may start seeing me apply it different ways and everything like that. But as I apply it though, I did make sure that I pressed it into the Mod Podge. And then once I fill all of the crushed glass in, you'll see me go over the crushed glass with Mod Podge again, and I use that as a way to seal in the crushed glass. So once I stand the nightstand up, the crushed glass will not fall. It will be stuck to the nightstand. Also, before I applied my the Mod Podge sealer on everything, I sprinkled in some fine glitter. So you will see me do that. I sprinkled in the glitter just to give it a little extra glam, a little shimmer in there. And then I applied the sealant. Lord, I cannot talk. It's the Mod Podge, y'all. The Mod Podge is getting me. But yeah, so go ahead and finish enjoying the video. I will jump back in towards the end. But I did put the painter's tape along the edges of the mirror just to prevent any Mod Podge and from getting up there so that nothing would stick to it. I just want to make sure I kept that as clean as possible. As I was doing this, I did not find it necessary to completely put painter's tape over all of the mirror, but just along the edge is fine. So as you can see, I have on different clothes in nearly all the clips. So that just to let you know, this did go over the course of a few days. After I applied my mirrors, I gave those 24 hours to dry. So I did the top and the front mirrors. I gave those 24 hours to dry. Then I went on and did both of my sides. I gave those 24 hours to dry. And then once you see me apply this crushed glass with the Mod Podge, I gave that another 24 hours to dry. And then you will also see me apply my knobs, which I gave that somewhere between 48 and 72 hours to dry before I had my finished product. So please keep that in mind, that this was over the course of a few days. I did not do this all in one day. It is pretty time consuming, but it's totally worth it in the end. Okay, so we have finished putting all of the crushed glass on. Now I'm showing you my knobs. I got my knobs from Lowe's. They were about $6 a piece. And I am using the E6000 glue to apply the knobs. Here you see me marking where I'm trying to make sure that I get it halfway before, so I can apply my knobs. So you just see me get measurements here. The marker you see me using is a washable marker. However, it doesn't matter what marker you use, because the knobs are going to go on top of the marker, so that's not a problem. And here I'm just showing you how I'm applying the E6000 glue to the back of the knob. And then I press down on it to help it adhere. Applied it with a little pressure for a few minutes. And then I actually went in and taped them down just to help them get that extra pressure so that they would dry completely. Okay, so now I'm ready to take the Mod Podge and seal in the crushed glass. That brush that I show you that I'm using, please do not get that brush. That brush was shedding so bad. I actually noticed that everyone used like the sponge brushes in their video. So definitely get the sponge brush, because this brush that I'm using, it was shedding so bad. I had to go through and make sure I picked out all the pieces, because I did not want that to be stuck to my nightstand. So again, I repeat, do not get this brush. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to link the brush below. I got it from Walmart, but do not get this brush, because it was the most terrible thing ever. However, it did get the job done. Once everything finished drying, you get this beauty. Oh my god, you guys, I love it so much. This video does not do justice, because this thing is so beautiful in person. I absolutely love it. I'm glad that I decided to do this versus just purchasing a mirror nightstand, because you know those can get pretty pricey. Those mirror nightstands start at like $250, and they're not even for the cute ones. And I actually was able to redo my whole nightstand for right at about $100. So thank you so much for watching my video. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And again, hit that thumbs up button. And definitely make sure you're subscribed so that you do not miss what I do to my floor mirror. Trust me, you do not want to miss this.